Good morning. So today we are going to make a turkey because it's November and it's almost Thanksgiving. So we are going to use crayons and crayons only. So you'll need a white sheet of paper, a red crayon, a yellow crayon, an orange crayon, and a brown crayon. No pencils with this activity. We're only using crayons. Now, here's an example of what we created at school this week. And in all of our turkey feathers, we created a completely different pattern. Here's another example right here. So this young lady decided that each side was going to have the same pattern on either one. That's perfectly fine. Be careful with it. I want you to go slow and do your absolute best. If you scribble, that's something I'll take off for. If you have just one big, huge circle in the middle of your feather, I'll take off for that. So pattern is something that repeats itself, right? So you can see that she completely filled this in with little swirls. This has some little waves in it. And down here, she made some little roses and then colored the background. I'm seeing right here some triangles and some clouds. Now I'm gonna help you draw the initial shape, and then it's your job to color it in and make your pattern. Don't forget to take a picture of it and upload it to the Turn-In ticket. If you take a picture of it with your phone, you can still get into your Google Classroom through your ClassLink. You can just download ClassLink to your phone or to your tablet. And if you take a picture of it with your computer, just upload it straight into the Turn-In link. So here we go. So the general shape of my turkey head is kind of like a bowling pin. So that's how we're gonna start. We're gonna come up here to the middle, a little further than the middle, and we're gonna kind of create like a really shallow S, just like that. And we're gonna do the same on the other side. Now it doesn't have to be perfect. As you can see, mine is not perfectly centered. So go ahead and set your brown aside and grab your yellow, because we are gonna make his beak. And you are gonna draw the top of the beak, which is just like the top of a triangle or like a mountain. And then we're gonna go from this corner and make the bottom of its beak, just like that. And go ahead and color it in. There we go. Now, we need to make the little thing that hangs off of his nose, or off of his beak, and it actually hangs off the top. And this week I learned from another student that that thing is called a snood. A lot of people call it the gobble of the turkey, but it's called a snood. So we're gonna go to the top of the peak of his beak, and we're gonna kind of make a little wavy cloud coming down, come back up and attach it to the bottom, and then color that in with your red. If you could only find a magenta or a red violet, that's perfectly fine also. My first one I made at school was with a magenta color instead of red. So color that in. Now what I forgot to tell you was you are going to need a black or gray crayon, because we are going to make his eyes. And we're also going to make his beak look like it is pointing outward. So we're going to come to both of the corners of here, and we're going to draw a line just like this on both sides. And then don't forget his nostrils. From there, we're going to draw some eyes, and we're going to start back here at the tip of his beak and make a big tall rainbow. And we're gonna do the same on the other side. There you go. And then make some eyelids, some little curvy lines. And if your turkey is fancy, go ahead and give it some eyelashes, just like that, and some pupils. Color those pupils in. All right, there's your turkey face. So from here, go ahead and grab your orange crayon because we are gonna start its feathers. Now, everybody was calling my turkey King Julian at first because we're gonna start right here and we are going to draw kind of like a flower petal. And everybody said it looked like King Julian's crown. So there you go. So we're gonna continue to draw lines going upward on both sides of the turkey evenly so that you have the same amount of feathers on each side. Obviously, my feathers over here are going to be a little bit longer because it's not quite centered, but there you go. There is your general turkey. You're gonna color your head and your neck and your eyelids in with brown. And each one of these should be a different color of these 4 initial colors. I want a different pattern in each. If you want to make it even and do the same pattern here that you do right here, that's fine. But I want an actual pattern.